Good morning, everybody. Interesting little piece of news here from WND. Jerome Corsi, which is the guy who is on top of the Obama birth certificate fraud, may have just found a smoking gun of all smoking guns to put the final nail in the coffin of the forgery-in-chief president Barack Hussein Obama, aka Barry Soetoro. Quote, I created Obama's certification of birth. White House links to deliberate forgery from Snopes, thinking it was real. When the White House posted online an image of President Obama's purported long-form birth certificate, it also linked to the previously circulated certification of live birth. That was what was, remember that? A while back when Obama first took office, the certification of live birth, which everyone screamed, that's not a long-form birth certificate, that's not the real birth certificate, that's not what we want to see. And everyone's like, so what? It's close enough, it's still a certificate of live birth, case closed, he's the president. He was born in America, blah, blah, blah. That's the one I'm talking about, not the one that was posted on the White House fairly recently that was out of the state of Hawaii's health department. That, I guess, is the long form birth certificate. The one I'm talking about, I guess, would be considered the short form. But the White House still said that that short form that was released was also the real deal. So get ready for this. When the White House posted online an image of President Obama's purported long form birth certificate, it also linked to the previously circulated certification of live birth, the short form version that had been presented as the only birth documentation available. Remember, back before this recent birth certificate released, that this is very correct. However, the short form certificate to which the White House linked April 27 was a forgery, claims computer expert Ron Poland, PhD, who says he made the image himself. What? Yeah. I quote, I made the birth certificate image that was given to the media at the White House press conference held on April 27, 2011, Poland told WND. Quote, the White House said the black and white image is a copy of Obama's 2007 certification of live birth, but it's not. It is the forgery I created, and I can prove that is the case, he declared. Poland said he created the image to bolster his contention that the short form certification of live birth circulated by the Obama presidential campaign was a forgery. Quote, you have to be able to show how an electronic document was created in order to prove it's a forgery, he explained. I wanted to prove the short form certificate was a forgery, and I wanted to show how it can be done. Then how did the White House end up presenting the forgery as authentic? Poland contends that all of the short form versions in circulation on the internet are forgeries. Probably the White House just picked my forgery off of Snopes.com, thinking it was the real thing, he said. Because Snopes took his version of the fake and agreed, as Snopes does, is this true or false? Snopes says it's real, then you can count on it being real, that kind of thing. Is this story about this true or false? I don't know, go check Snopes. You go to Snopes, it's fake. It's a fake story. It was created in 2007, blah, 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 circulated in email, whatever. They grabbed his fake, because I guess it was submitted. They declared, Snopes does, this is the real deal, checked out by Snopes, everyone go home. That's it. And I remember people pointing me to that back in the day. Look, it's right there, that's the real one. Snopes even declared it. Snopes has a notoriety of some sort, so to speak. So if Snopes says it's real, it's probably real. That's what we're getting at. But as he said, probably the White House just picked my forgery off of Snopes.com thinking it was the real thing. Poland said he realized various Obama supporting groups, including Snopes.com, had posted his forgery as the authentic Obama document, but he declared to say nothing until he felt the time was right. Quote, "I didn't say anything until the White House published my forged Obama birth certificate as the real thing," he said. "Then I decided it was time to speak up. Once the White House posted the forgery, I knew I could expose both the president and a supposedly independent fact-checking website like Snopes.com as being caught promoting a fake document as the real thing." Poland walked WND through step-by-step documentation to show that the White House linked to his creation, not a document issued by the state of Hawaii. Continued at WND.com. So, we just found a smoking gun story. Now, to me, I already thought the smoking gun was the piece of crap that they posted on the White House not that long ago. The green one, right? The scanned in one that they scanned from the health department. The one that he paid $2 million in lawyer fees, legal fees, to hide and not present and fight in court, whatever, to keep out of the court system. And then all of a sudden, after spending $2 million, he decides, I'll show the world my document. That's no big deal. Which again, everyone picked up, I mean, within days. I don't even know if it was days, maybe like a day or two. It seemed like, if I remember correctly, that it was being picked apart. This is fake, it's a fraud, it's a phony, there's layers on this thing. The layers should not be long on it. At least the layers that were in it. Because the argument then came, well, when you scan a document with OCR text recognition turned on, or you do this or do that to the document after it's scanned in, which I tried everything everyone sent to me, by the way, they do create layers. But when I did it, it created like 20, 25, 30 layers sometimes. And all the layers it created, most of the time when you click them off to get rid of the layer, it didn't really do anything. But the original document on the White House, if you start clicking off the layers, you see beautiful, perfect layers of manipulation, going away when you unclick the little eyeball, whatever, which basically means don't show me this part of the layer in the entire document. In Adobe Photoshop, as well as Illustrator, and Illustrator is the one that they used for the most part to create that fake document. So in Illustrator, you start ticking off the eyeballs of all the layers, and I think there was 9 layers if I remember correctly. All 9 layers are very important as far as the forgery goes. I mean, the key elements that needed to be forged were being removed when I click off those eyeballs. When I scanned in the document with the OCR text recognition and everything that you could think of, everyone told me to try to do to create layers. Yeah, they created layers, but when you click off those layers, not one of them was any of the layers of the 9 layers of the original birth certificate that was on the White House website. None of the layers created were like that. Just weird little pieces of black ink over here, some little thing over here, nothing like what you would expect. So, I debunked that heavy duty, and I think to this day I have 15 or 16,000 views on my birth certificate videos, and I did 3 of them total. And there was one where I walked everyone through, and I think that's the one that got around 15 or 16,000 views or whatever. And again, I've said this before, and I may have even said it right in the video, or one of those videos of where I did the birth certificate, fraud discovery, and basically said, if anyone can prove me wrong, I'll listen to you. Send me whatever you want. And if it proves anything I've done wrong here, then I'll make a new video, claiming, hey, my other video was wrong, sorry about that, I've got some new information. Or I'll just delete my older videos to get them off the net. They don't need to be there if they're fake, or not fake, but if they're proved wrong. So that's what happened. And again, I got people calling or messaging me, commenting. None of my subscribers, for the most part, just new people that I've never heard before in my life, of course, because other people, probably my subscribers, would send it to their Obama bot friends. Hey, look at this, dude, what do you think of this? And then they'd go look at it. Oh, I already saw Fox News. Fox News had an expert on, and he said it was real. Case closed. Yeah, but did you watch the video? Yeah, I watched what he did, but it doesn't matter, he's not an expert. Well, what did the guy on Fox News show you? Nothing, he just said he was an expert. Oh, okay, so I guess he must be an expert. So anyways, I gotta run, and I can't wait to see what happens to this, because now the Hawaii birth certificate thing is next. right? The long form, and now we've got this guy coming out claiming to be the forger of the short form. Incredible. Get ready for impeachment. Talk to you later.